The Chicago Bulls are taking on the Charlotte Hornets today. Can the Chicago Bulls get a win out on the road against a depleted Hornets team? I surely hope so, unless you want to see a crash out. No, I ain't going to crash out, but we're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the content today. Our Chicago Bulls are taking on the Charlotte Hornets today. This is a game, and no disrespect to the Hornets, and I want to be clear here, in no way can the Chicago Bulls come into this situation and be taking the Charlotte Hornets lightly. The Bulls can take no team lightly. But with that said, I need to make sure that I say this very loudly. The Chicago Bulls need to be coming here and they need to take care of business and be able to sit your starters in the fourth quarter of this game. I want to see total and utter domination, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see it. Listen, it needs to be looking ugly out there. The Bulls need to do the Charlotte Hornets like Kendrick did Drake. That's what they need to do today. Get in, get out, let it be about business, and let's move the fuck on. That's what I need to see happen by the Bulls today. Let's not play around with them. Let's not do none of that. Let's get it done. Let's come in here and play the way that we know we can play on both sides of the ball. Let's not do what we did against the Portland Trailblazers. Don't make the game interesting. I want to be bored in this game. You know why I want to be bored in this game? Because the Chicago Bulls kick around the Charlotte Hornets for 3 quarters before looking and saying, all right, Josh Giddey, all right, Kobe, all right, Madas, let's go ahead and sit y'all asses down. Let's let THT be Taylor Horton Chucker tonight. That's what I want to see in this game. I want to see that happen in this game today. I don't want to see the Bulls come in here and play around. Act like you understand that you're fighting for something more now. You are a playing team fighting against one of the teams with the worst records in the league. Come in here, get it done, move the hell on. That's what I need to see happen today for the Chicago Bulls, and hopefully that is what we see today for the Chicago Bulls. There is no reason for this to be a 5-point game. There's no reason for you to come in this game and be down in this game after the first half. Come in here and act like you understand the seriousness of the moment. Listen, God rested on Sunday. You ain't got time to rest today. If you kick their ass in the first 3 quarters, you can rest then. That's what I need to see. I want to see G Leaguers out there today in the fourth quarter of this game. That's what we need to see today. Don't play around. Let's not fuss about it. Let's come in here and get the fucking job done. I'm sorry. Just to be frank, let's come in here and get the damn job done. This is the worst shooting team in the league, both effective-wise and true shooting percentage. That's what they are. They are a bottom-of-tier offense in this league. You don't have Brandon Miller. You don't have LaMelo Ball. Do not allow Miles Bridges to come in here and torch you up today. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. If you allow Seth Curry and Miles Bridges to go off on you today, I'm going to smack everybody personally. Tajon Saloon, right? A guy that I actually did like in this draft. Don't allow him to come out here and outshine Matas Buzelis today. Don't do it. Come on, man. Let's actually act like we got some business about ourselves, and let's get this shit done. That's what I need to see. That's what I need to see. That's it. Come in here and handle the business and move on from these suckers. We ain't got time to be playing around, y'all. We don't have time to be playing around. I want to be thinking about the national championship game tomorrow. That's what I want to be thinking about. I don't want to be thinking about no Chicago Bulls versus goddamn Charlotte Hornets past a couple of hours from now. Let's get it done. Let's go out there and get the job done. That's it. That's all. It's not that difficult. Go out there and get the damn job done. I didn't even make a full pregame thumbnail for today because, again, you should come in here, you should take care of business. Robert in the building. So do my dude, me, Haize. The 2 things that make the Bulls great are the pace of play, of course, and when they play zone specifically, it really bodes well and gets them off. And oh yeah, listen, they listen. The Bulls adjusting to a zone defense this year has been great. And I really do think when we get Io back, like I know it's not going to be this year, but like the way that the Bulls have been playing defense, especially that zone, Io's going to look extremely well in that zone defense as well. So, yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one. You feel me? What's going on, Delbert? We got Dubs in the building, says, Haize, what's going on, fam? I'm trying to see Madas cook today. Absolutely. Listen, I would love for this to be the Madas Busilla show, right? Like, let's empower the rookie today. Let's let him go out there and be something today. From the logo. We're not doing from the logo today. But yeah, so you got to get that done, man. Bulls winning by 25. I hope so, man. This feels like a very Bulls game. That's the thing that sucks about it, right? This warm up for the playing matchup. Like, listen, get it done, right? The Bulls, and again, I'm not saying that the Bulls can sleepwalk through it. I'm just saying that I want to see them come out with such a purpose today that they get this game done, out the way, come out here and knock these motherfuckers out. Don't play with them. Don't play with your food. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. If the Bulls win today, they would move into having only 3 wins less than what they had last year with 4 more games left to play. And I said it coming into the season. If this Bulls team was able to finish with the same record as last year, that's a win. When you look at the fact that no DeMar, we started Zach in the middle of the season, no Drum, no Caruso, right? Like, come on, man. Come on. So that's all I can say, man. Totally agree. Let's get there and show them we're serious about this plan and get as much momentum as possible going to that. Exactly. Let's take care of it. I want to see an ass whooping so I could watch the women national title in the fourth quarter. Facts. That's it. Hey, this could be one of those F around and find out games. It definitely could. The Bulls G League affiliate can beat Charlotte, not taking them seriously. Listen. I get that, but this is still the NBA. You got to take every game serious. You got to take it. Let's not act like we haven't seen the Bulls lose to a team full of G Leaguers before, right? We've seen it happen. So that's all I want to say there. They back in Charlotte, maybe a Patrick Williams legacy game. Listen, if that happens, cool. It's funny how we are 11-14 since the Levine trade, and the Kings are 4-11 since. Safe to say we won the trade and screwed up the Kings' future. Have they only won 4? They've won more than 4 games since Levine's been there. No, they've only won. I don't know if that's right, bro. I gotta go fact check that. Give me 1 second. I'm not trying to call you a liar, but that's just crazy if they've only won 4 games since the Levine trade. Let's see. Come on. 1, 2, 3. No, bro. They went on a 4-game winning streak after the trade. So no, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they have 9 wins since the trade, bro. 9 wins since the trade, man. Out here. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Dude, what about that Duke Houston game last night? Man, that game was crazy. That game was absolute bananas, bro. Bulls should definitely be looking to let these young players taste the playoffs. We'll see. First of all, taste is wild. They have to come out with fight and play like we're playing the Lakers again. 100% agree with you on that one. I think he means since the All-Star break. I mean, even since the All-Star break, they have more wins than that. Yeah, they're 9-13 since the All-Star break. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. Oh, now I agree that they've been looking bad, but I'm just saying that they have a lot more than 4 wins. A's, bro, Con Canupo may be the pick for me if we in the range, bro. He would fit our system brilliantly. I get we have a ton of guards, but he's an awesome player who is solid all around. Yeah, but it's like I said, high floor guy, but his ceiling's not that high. Levine only been part of 4 wins since he missed some time. Okay, maybe that. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't even know Levine missed time since he went to the Kings. Haize can get that 7 seed. I mean, technically, we're not numerically ruled out of that. Feel bad for my dog Ox. He's so delusional. They tricked Ox with that fake third seed years ago into thinking the Kings were trending up. I mean, I do think they were trending up at that time. This season was just a wild one, right? But you know, I hope. Listen, I hope the Kings can really figure it out, man. I like a lot of their roster. Like, keep in mind, I was never a guy that didn't like Levine. It's not that I disliked DeRozan. I just think where the Bulls were at that time, like, it is what it is, man. Billy Donovan is a Hall of Famer. Yes, I talked about that on today's daily episode. He is a Hall of Famer. Shout out to Billy Donovan. Shout out to Billy Donovan. A's, who have the tiebreaker, Bulls or Hawks? We have a 2-2 regular season record. I think then it comes down to in conference record. I think is the way it works. Then, and I don't know. Hold on, let me see if I can figure it out for you real quick. Let's take a look. If it does, which again, I believe the tiebreaker for non-teams that are like, I think if it's in the same division, it's division record. But I think it comes down, if they're out of division, comes down to the conference record. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that, y'all. But if that is the case, the Atlanta Hawks have more wins than the Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference. So as of right now, they would own the tiebreaker if that's the way that it works out for. Bulls got to come out like OKC did us the other day. You got more talent. Be cold-hearted and crush them. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Man, anyone heard from that one Kings fan who was in the post games last season? He must hate us now. Oh, you're right. He was actually cool though. He was actually a pretty cool dude. If I remember correctly, he started off trolling, and then when he realized he wasn't going to troll in here, he was actually pretty cool. Freshest gear in the game, Haize. Modest about to snap off. I feel it. Hey, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Hawks have the tiebreaker because of wins in the conference. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was wins in conference. I thought it came down to wins in conference. Okay, so I need a huge game from my boy DT. He's been telling as of late the kid has really turned it around. I mean, listen, DT looks like an NBA player. Now, what level that's going to be over his career, that's still kind of up in air, of course, but he's definitely looking like an NBA guy. And I think that's a really important thing. I told people last week Houston and Duke was going to be a movie. The defense is real. Experience matters too. They were that was an amazing game. That was absolutely an amazing game. I hope that the national title game is as entertaining as that game. If that game was a national championship game, it would have been one for the ages, man. What do you think of Walter Clayton? Do you think we can bet on his upside? He shoots and plays like Curry. That's not the play that I would want to go to. If the Bulls make the playoffs, who we have a better chance to upset, the Cavaliers or Boston? If you had to pick, neither. I'm gonna push on that one. We a better chance to upset. We don't have a chance to upset either one of them in my book. So, yeah. I like Dalen. He's a fighter. I agree. Haize, nope. They ruled Lonzo out today. Starting five has been announced, y'all. Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, Modest Vucevic, Nikola Vucevic. No doubt there. Who you got in the national title game? Florida. I actually picked my bracket. So my bracket in that part of the bracket was perfect. I mean, I picked it perfectly all the way through. But yeah, the other side of the bracket, yeah, I did not have Houston going, and that really fucked up my bracket. As I didn't have now Florida. I think if Florida does win the national championship, I will still finish second in my pool. But that me not having, I didn't even have Duke going to the Final Four, and that was because I was pissed off. But yeah. He got that Walter play like Curry from ESPN. They don't know ball. That's hilarious. Who would you draft around the 12 range if we stay there? And if we were the 50, listen, it really depends. There's a lot of guys there. Derek Queen could still be around that way. It really depends on the draft combine. But I think Queen may have pushed himself maybe into the top 10. I was having a conversation in the Discord, which, by the way, the link to the Discord is in the description. We need more people in the Discord to have more conversations going on in there. Make sure y'all go into the Discord, man. But there's a lot of different ways it can go, man. Is what I can say. Like, a lot of things are going to come down to the draft combine and who shows up in the draft combine. But if Derek Queen is there, I would probably take Derek Queen. But I'll tell you what, JT Toppin is another guy, and Rasheer Fleming. Those are two guys that I know Rasheer Fleming is slated to go more towards 18th to 20th, but I would give a real strong look at Rasheer Fleming as well, man. Do you think Modest will make first team rookie this year? I think he should. I don't know if he will, but I definitely think he should. And the only thing that could probably limit him is minutes played earlier in the season because he was later to start, but we'll see. Surely want to make the playoffs. For Modest to get experience, all other starters have been in the playoffs, but Modest going at stars in the series will be big for his development. Here's the thing, Robert, I'll also point out, even though Kobe's been in the playoffs, Kobe was not even the sixth option in the offense at that point in time. Remember, that was the year that Kobe averaged 8 points per game. He wasn't getting a lot of shots. So I still think that Kobe, as the number one option, can still gain a lot by going through a playoffs this time because he just hasn't been in that position. I think Giddey as well. Like, Giddey actually playing the point guard in this one, and the Bulls can't afford to bench him like OKC did. So I think less for Giddey. I'm not saying that Giddey can gain as much from like Kobe because Giddey's been on playoff runs. But I still think like the change of role on a team, I think also matters with what you can gain from a playoff run. So I still think those guys can still gain something from this playoff run. Still, Modest definitely gains the most, but that's my thought. Haize, I'm a big fan, my dude. I've been listening to your Locked On Bulls podcast while I was locked up, and now I get a chance to listen to you live. I'm super stoked. Keep it up, bro. Well, first of all, shout out to you, brother, for supporting us. Shout out to you as well for getting out. Hit me in the. I want to do something. I want to do something encouraging for you. Send me an email if you feel comfortable. I'm gonna send you some merch and some gear. Thank you for supporting us. Go ahead and send me that email, brother. One thing for sure, Haize, is the kid looks to be settling more instead of playing with the jitters. His confidence is looking more in tune. Dalen and Phillips shout out for his defense tenacity he brings. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely growing. They're definitely growing. That's for sure. Will the Bulls need help in the most power forward help or center help on this? It really depends, man. I think either can really help this team. I think Modest moving to the three can really, personally, right? I know people look at height specifically and things like that, but I think the one thing that I'll say, I think Modest can be great at the three. His ball handling, his ability to stretch the floor, I think he'll get more opportunity to create for himself. The one thing with potentially moving him to the three is he still going to be in position to get the blocks that he's been getting, right? So I think that's a legitimate question on his rim protection, but his weak side defense is so good, he'll probably still get some of those opportunities. I just don't know as much. But, so if you can get a long-term forward to pair with Modest Bucilis, because if you look around the league, it's either guards, you can have a guard pairing, or you want that versatile forward pairing where they can really play either or role, right? And I think that's going to be important to try to pair that with that as well. Haize, I believe Danny Wolf would be an underrated pickup. I agree with that. Do you think Vucevic going to be stuck for us for next year, or he will be gone? He still got one more year left. I think they're going to try to move him. I think if they draft a center, I think at that point, any team offering anything that be willing to absorb most of his money, I think the Bulls will move him. If the Bulls draft a Derek Queen, a Asa Newell, one of those guys, I think at that point you can just move on and say, hey, who wants Vooch? All right, bet you want him. Yeah, but all we're giving you is a second round pick. Cool. Don't worry about it. We got our center of the future. So I think that could be what happens. Now, they miss out on some of the value reportedly that was there this year at the trade deadline, but that may be the best thing to happen. I'm seeing Asa fall in mock drafts. A recent one I saw had him going 22nd. Listen, I tell you what, if he falls that low, he's going to be a steal at that number. I'm telling y'all, right, and I keep saying Asa Newell defensively in switchability, rim protection, rebounding, that's going to be, if nothing else, he's going to be able to feast at those things. Now, one could say you want a little bit more scoring upside, but I think that Asa has a very, very high floor. Who sees Modest Eden this game? 21, 6, and 3. Charlotte has some bigs, so the rebounding may not be too heavy, but he's good. We'll see. You think Portland can still be in the play-in? Yeah, I don't. But even if they get I don't care because even if they get in the play-in, it doesn't help the Chicago Bulls, and I don't see them making it out the play-in to go into the playoffs. So I'm not really too worried about it. Like the only way it helps the Bulls is if they make the actual playoffs. I would move Modest to small forward spot just until he gets some muscle put on him. I mean, but he's looked pretty good. Like I don't disagree with you, right? Like I think the thing Modest offers you flexibility to where if you find a small forward, a straight up small forward where he can play four, great. If you find a power forward to where Modest can play small forward, great. I don't see that either one being a problem, right? I think he offers that flexibility in that. Agree, Haize, on the playoff take, bro. Between you and Pat, I never hear you guys mention Colin Murray, Boyles. I think his defense would be awesome for the Bulls team. Here's the thing, right? And keep in mind, most of the time when we talk draft so far, right, you'll hear us get into the the draft bag this off season. But most of the time when we talk draft right now, we're just talking about the upper guys, right? So that's why you don't hear us talk a lot about a guy like Colin Murray. I don't think that it'll be a big upside pick, and I do think that he'll definitely be the small forward. So then you're committing to Modest being the power forward. But I think there's guys with higher upside that I would have on my board higher. But best believe he's going to be somebody that I do a full draft profile on this offseason. So don't you worry. I haven't gotten a chance during the season to get as deep into my draft bag as what I'll get into it at in the offseason. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. Haize, I believe the Nikola Vucevic would be definitely help the Warriors out, especially if they go up against the Lakers in the playoffs in the first round. That's money. I mean, well, that's not this year, but I mean, we'll see what they do. I still don't know who is going after Vucevic. Listen, people are willing to take expiring contracts. That's the thing. I think if you're looking at it like, oh, who wants Vooch because they can use him, but I think you got to look at it like the Warriors still can use Vooch. They absolutely can still use Vooch. And I think that they can have the contracts expiring to get you there. I don't think you're going to get really good. But I think, like I said, at that point, it's not necessarily about what you get back if you already have drafted your center. I think that a team like the Miami Heat could be interested. There's a few teams in there. We'll get into that in the offseason, but I think there's a few teams that could be interested. The Bulls do have a second round pick this year. Yes, they do, brother. Yes, they do. Sub Drip, a lot of people shocked and appalled that Billy is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, but people forget he won rings as a player and a coach, 2 different stops in college, not NBA Hall of Fame. That's what people forget. People forget that there is no such thing as the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. And when you take in Billy Donovan's whole resume as a player in NCAA, as a player in the NBA, as a coach in NCAA, and his NBA coaching career, that's not at all what's getting him in there. But the dude is one of the best college coaches of all time, on top of being a pretty solid player when he was in college as well, and an okay NBA player. So your Billy Donovan's induction is well earned. I think people just tend to look at it as, what have you done in the NBA to earn it, right? And I think that's where people kind of go wrong at. Hopefully we get playoff Pat. He's got to settle down and be more assertive on offense. I want to see P. Will and Modest on the court together more. Well, he has to play better to do that. So we'll see. If the Chicago Bulls, my goal for next 2 seasons is just to try to be a consistent playoff team before I make any big moves. Look, listen, me and Pat had the discussion on Locked on Bulls. I'm not for the Bulls making, like, people have talked about Bulls trading for Bam, Sabonis. Pat brought up them trading for KD. Like, I'm not for any of that. You try to jumpstart the process before, see this version of the roster through, and keep developing. And then maybe 2 years down the road, if you have Modest, who's looking like he's on the borderline of being a star, if Josh Giddey continues to ascend, then maybe put some shit together to make a move to bring in another guy. But I think as of right now, you want to focus on development on the court by your guys and keep them where they are. Didn't watch the Houston versus Duke matchup and heard about it. So watching Boy Flag stat line look like, since the Bulls fans are locked on this kid. Listen, you got to watch more than the stat line for Cooper. But I mean, Cooper's going to be the number 1 pick regardless. The Bulls more than likely aren't going to have the number 1 pick. So we'll see. He did pretty good as the OKC coach. He just sort of fell into the rut of relying on Russ carrying, but that seems to be at least partly on Russ being Russ. That's a good agree thing. Well, as far as coaching, mostly he was Skip Bayless in the NBA. He wasn't that bad, bro. He wasn't that bad. Can you put the Discord link in the chat? It's in the description. It's in the description of every single. Stop being lazy, Brandon. Go in there in the description. All you got to do is expand it and pick it, bro. Come on. What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do, bro? You want me to sign up for Discord for you too, Brody? Is that what you want me to do, Brandon? The link is in the description. No, I'm just playing. It is in the description, but I'll still put it in there for you lazy some bitches. There you go. Just watched the 30 for 30 doc on his Florida back-to-back teams. He is a coach who thrives with the team ball and culture. Maybe he can build it here like he did in OKC and then left. Hey, we'll see. Modest and people together now. I'd rather see Phillips and Modest, both great as defenders. And where do people get Modest is great as a defender? Modest has been terrible as an on-ball defender. Like, I want to be clear here. Now, block shots, he's good at recovering, and he's improving as a defender, but Modest is far from good defensively yet. Very far from good defensively. Billy Donovan only had one winning season since he's been the Bulls coach, 46-36 record. Yes, Jeremy, we know, brother. What would KD on the Bulls? I don't know, and I don't care because I don't want to see it. I don't give a shit. And that's not to you. That sounds mean. I don't mean it mean towards you. I just mean the idea of Kevin Durant being on this team, I'm good on. I don't need to see it. Don't want to see it. I have no interest in it. He wants you to feed him using the airplane method. That's crazy. That's crazy. Haize, Giddy second this year in triple doubles. Let's see. What? That can't be right. That's not right at all. What? Here we go. Damn. Nikola Jokic has had 31 triple doubles. LeBron has had 10. Giannis has had 9. Cade Cunningham has had 9. Josh Hart's had 9. Domantas Sabonis has had 9. Josh Giddey has had 7. Has had 6. Josh Giddey is 7th in triple doubles this year. That's crazy. That's wild. Shout out. Nikola Jokic has had 31 triple doubles this year. That's bananas, yo. That's crazy. Shout out to Nikola Jokic, man. That's crazy. People see stats like blocks and think it makes somebody a good defender. Exactly. Yo, bro, do you watch the UFL? I won't say I watch every game, but I watch it semi-consistently. Agree, Haize. Modest is a good help shot block. Yeah, he's really good at help defense. Really good at help defense. Hell no, to the no KD on this team. This guy is horrific in his teammates and organization. I'm good on KD. Jonathan Aegis in the building says it's safe to say the Bulls had 3 complimentary stars, players guided as 3 superstars. That's fair. $31 triple doubles as a center is nasty work. It's crazy work, bro. It's crazy work. It's going to be a squash match. Bulls will conquer. Let's hope so. Not really. Giddey was giving up a lot of ball to Zach before the trade. Not really. Josh Giddey's usage rate has been about the same. I think that Josh Giddey he ultimately just settled in more. Like, Josh got off to an extremely slow start. And I think people forget that and look back at the numbers and try to act like he was giving up to Zach. No, he just was he was bad early in the season. Believe no matter what, Trey Jones should be brought back. His value alone could vent us a pick for 2 seconds, possibly next trade deadline. We'll see. See why Swiper was trying to get Fluid out to get used in Serbia. He want to be with the MVP. Wait. What? That's crazy. Fluid out is crazy. Saying a grown man wants to get Fluid out is crazy. First of all, Don't do Swiper like that. Me and Swiper host Locked On NBA. By the way, Locked On NBA every night, Friday nights after all the games in. Me and Swiper host over there. I'm also Locked On NBA, the daily show that drops around 1 p.m. Eastern every single day, Monday through Friday as well. So there you guys go on that one. I gotta start trying to plug my stuff a little bit more. I do so much stuff, and I really don't try to make it bleed into the other. Like most people don't even know I do a show over on PC. I haven't even plugged the debates a lot over here. I got a debate today going up against Real Talk. So there you go there. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? Here's the thing. And this is a competitive nasty thing. It's not anything actual nasty, right? Like I respect Real Talk a whole lot. I love his style, everything. But there's something special about every time I beat somebody who's one of Lowe's guys. And I don't know why that is. It's just me being petty. But I'm coming with that fire today. I love our topics. I think they're going to be really good topics. But listen, it's not going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk. Real Talk's about to come with that fire too. And I know I got to step my game up to be ready to take on Real Talk, but it's going to be a fun debate nonetheless. If KD and Booker can't even make the play-in, what the hell do you think is gonna manage with this team? There's a lot wrong with that team, though. But yeah, I want to believe AK had a vision with this team, and it's starting to come to fruition after the failure of the mid-3. But that P. Will signing was just incompetent. I mean, yeah, it was bad. Io at the 4. Edward, bro, what are you smoking, man? What are you smoking, bro? Say no to dope, bro. Say no to dope. The Bulls are one game out of the AC. The fact that we're doing this without Zach and DeMar makes me love this young team even more. And a lot of people agree with you there, Ethan. I think a lot of people have come around to what this team is able to do. Why is Modest not in the Rookie of the Year conversation? Because he didn't start at the beginning of the season. I mean, he averaged, until the All-Star break, he only averaged less than 14 minutes per game. I think that's a big part of it. I think that's actually a very huge part of it. If that didn't happen, I think that, it would be different. Haize, when are we going to see new content from the Awakened Soul? Probably not until I quit my job and I'm doing this full time. So starting in July, you may see a little bit more Awakened Soul. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do Awakened Soul content more, if I'm going to go back to doing the hip hop content. So I have it's 3 podcasts. Well, I'm going to revive one of the 3 podcasts. It's either going to be the Awakened Soul comes back, the Breaks Radio comes back, and I start doing more hip hop and music content, or I'm going to get back into my film and TV bag. I haven't decided which one, but one of those is coming. But all right, I love you guys, man. I'll be back at halftime. Make sure you guys stay tuned in. Make sure you guys also go and subscribe to Player's Choice, where your boy's going to be cooking up at 6 p.m. Eastern today. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red, y'all. I will be, hold on, y'all, because prove me wrong. Try to slide in here at the last minute and say something stupid. The Bulls, we be signing Giannis soon. Mark my words. Bulls win 3. First of all, let's you said they're going to be signing Giannis soon. Tell me when Giannis is going to be a free agent, and tell me how that means that we're going to be signing him soon. That's the first thing, right? Like, come on, like prove. Sometimes I get having hot takes. I get one in this, like, have hot takes. That's fine. Don't have dumbass takes. Like that. That's the thing. Don't have stupid takes. We're going to be signing Giannis soon. Giannis isn't a free agent until 2028. So how are we going to be signing him soon? First of all, that's the first thing that you said that was wrong. Now, if you said that they were going to trade for him soon, that would have been a different conversation. But how are they going to match $54 million? Like, see, you like, come on, bro. Stop saying stupid shit. It's bad enough. You're just stupid. It's just stupid is what it is. Like, I get having a hot take. I have a hot take from time to time, but you're saying something fucking stupid. Like, that's not even a hot take. That's dumb. That's remedial. That's what that is. You talk basketball with an IEP. You don't need an IEP to talk basketball. You got to stop that, bro. That's dumb. That's stupid. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, bro. Anyway, the game's about to come on. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See you red, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.